multiplying binomials. If you'll remember last week, we took monomials, which means this is a monomial because it's one term times another monomial and remember, when we're multiplying, there's no add or subtract in here. When we're multiplying, then you simply multiply the coefficients, which are the big numbers, and we get 12. Then you look at the y's. This is 1, and so we have y to the 4th, because when we multiply same bases, we add the exponents, and then z again, this exponent is 1, and so we have z to the 3rd. And this is when we multiply monomials. Mono means one, monomials, okay? Then, after that, last week, we did this. Did y'all get it? Mm-hmm. Now, these aren't on your worksheet yet. And then, just as a review, we had one monomial. Let's do a squared b to the 4th times ab minus 4b cubed. All right. Now, in this case, you have a monomial out here, and notice that it's crammed up next to a parentheses. When it's crammed up next, that means this is multiply. But we can't multiply all the way across because there is a minus here, okay? That kind of changes the whole idea here. And so if you look at this, this looks like we're going to be using the distributive property, where we're going to multiply what's out front times everything that's in the parentheses. So as a review, let's do this. And a reminder that every term will have a coefficient. This term doesn't look like it has a coefficient, but there is an invisible one, okay? Also, every variable has an exponent. If it doesn't show an exponent, again, it's an invisible one and an invisible one here. So now we're going to take this monomial times this monomial. So we do the coefficients first. -5 times 1 is -5. Then let's do the a's. Same bases, add the exponents. A to the 3rd. And the b's. B to the 5th. And then we're going to have this again and multiply it by the last monomial. Now remember, a minus in front of a coefficient can also be used as a negative in front of here. A minus and a negative work the same way. So I have a -5 times a -4 is a +20. And then an a, there's no a's over here, so I only have the a squared. And then I'm looking at the b's, and I will have b to the 7th. Now, when I get my answer here, I need to look at it one more time and see it says to add, and I can add the -5 and the 20 only if these terms match. This is a term and this. Are they common terms? Are they exactly alike? Yes, they have ABs, but the exponents have to be the same also. So this is a cubed b to the fifth. This is a squared b to the seventh. They are not common terms, so you cannot put the -5 and the 2 together. So this is the final answer. Okay, and this is a review from last week. Binomials now, this is new. Binomials mean two terms. So I'm going to start very simply, and I want to tell you that multiplying binomials is big now. So you have quite a few worksheets to practice. Now hi Josh.
Hello.
How are you feeling?
A lot better.
That's good. So you think it's going to heal well, huh?
Yeah, I'm already up and walking around.
Does it feel different with that extra 4 inches?
Yeah, it feels a lot different.
And good?
Yeah, my hip don't even hurt. It's just my upper thigh is what hurts.
Well, because it hasn't been used in the same way, right?
Yeah, it
Oh,
atrophied.
I'm so happy for you, and I'm glad to hear you here.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Going to this. What's going on? We're getting ready to multiply binomials, and Josh, you should have received this in your email. This is polynomials packet 3, and we're going to begin on page 5. Okay,
Okay.
binomials. To multiply binomials, we have 2 different methods, and you are welcome to use whichever one. It just depends on who you are and how you like to do things. There's not one that's better than the other, okay? One is called the FOIL method. FOIL. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what FOIL stands for. It's just a reminder how to multiply binomials. This F stands for first. This stands for outside, inside, and last. Okay, so let's look at a problem. And I'll show you what all of this means. A binomial means it has 2 terms, x plus 5. Let's do this one. Times x minus 3. A very simple multiplying binomials to start out with. Now, in order to use the FOIL method, you're going to have 4 different pieces here to put together. You're going to multiply the firsts, the outsides, the insides, and the last, okay? What they're saying is this is the first one in this parentheses. This is the first one in this parentheses. So to do this, we're going to multiply the x times the x, okay? And x times x gives us x squared. Everybody okay with that? Now, outsides mean of this whole problem, these are the outside numbers, okay? Totally outside. So we're going to take the x and multiply it by a -3. So 1 times a -3 is a -3, but it's also, I'm multiplying it by an x. Y'all see? So I have a -3 x's. Then the insides, they're not the outsides, they're the insides, okay? So now we're going to multiply this. 5 times 1 is 5x, and it's a positive. And the last means the last one in each parentheses. So I'm going to take the 5 times the -3. These are the lasts. So 5 times a negative 3 is minus 15. Okay? Now, when you multiply the binomials, you're going to look and see if you have any common terms, just like we always do, right? Here's an x, and here's some x's. Okay? This, now you can do negative 3 plus 5, but it seems like students get really messed up there. So let's say you have 5 x's, and I take away 3 of them. How many x's do I have left? 2. These common terms together, and I have 2 x's. When I put those together, do I have any more x squareds in here?
No.
Just an x squared. This was a positive 2x because the 5, the positive, was bigger. That's why it's positive. And then there are no constants. Remember, this is called a constant because it doesn't have a variable at all. Okay, so minus 15. So the answer to the, oh, I didn't square that. Oh, that's pretty ugly. Let's do it so you can see it. I'm sorry?
How you got that 5x?
How did I get the 5x? Okay, hang on, let me put this. There we go. Okay, I got the 5x when I did this piece, the insides. Took the 5 times 1, 5x. Yeah, good. I'm glad you asked. So this is the answer. And I want to go ahead and tell you that because 2 is the largest exponent, this polynomial is called a quadrilateral. Or blah, blah. It is a quadrilateral, okay? Now, this is going to be your most common polynomial from here for quite some time. Okay, you're going to have quadrilaterals that you're going to be working with for a while, okay? 2 is the largest exponent. This is a quadrilateral.
How would you spell that?
Oh, sorry. Quadrilateral. Quadrilateral. I think that's I. Quadrilateral. I just went blank. I think this is right. Quadrilateral. If it's not, I'll come back and tell you later. Quadrilateral. Now, I want to tell you that the way I think about multiplying the two binomials is the same as FOIL, but I think of it differently. It happens exactly the same, but I don't use these words. Okay, so I want to show you, this is not the second way that I told you, there's 2 ways, but this is how I think about it. So it still is this method, but I don't think about it this way. I'll show you. Quadrilateral. Yeah, I think that's that one. Okay, let's look at another one just to get some practice. And then I'll show you the second way. Let's do all right. You can tell both of these are binomials because they have 2 terms in each one. All right. Now, if I wasn't looking at these words, this is what I do. I say, okay, everything in here is going to have to be multiplied by everything that's in here. So this is how I do it. I look at the first term and I say, I'm going to take the first term, multiply it by this, then multiply it by that. Okay? First term. So when I multiply this times this, I get 6x squared. Do you see it? 6x squared. And then this still has to be taken by this. So I multiply 2x times a positive 2. And I get positive 4x. Then I've already taken this times everything over here. So now it's time to take this piece times everything over here. So I have a minus, which is negative times 3, negative 3x, and then I take this one times this one. A negative 1 times 2 is a minus 2. Yes? And then again, we look for common terms. You always do that with polynomials. And so I have x's here and x's here. I have 4 of them here. Then I took away 3 of them. So what do I have? Just 1x. I'm not going to write the invisible x, but it is a positive, right? Okay, do I have any more squareds throughout here?
Yes.
Do I have any more things that say squared on it?
Oh, no.
No. So I have a 6x squared. Okay, so I've taken care of this, this, and this. So all I have left is the minus 2.
You don't write the 1?
You can, but you won't see that in an answer. They leave it invisible.
Okay.
Okay, it's not wrong,
Okay.
Brandy, okay? But when you look on your GED test in the multiple choice, it won't write the invisible one. Okay, so you just need to know. So do you see, this is the method I use, but when I'm doing this, it is the first. And when I'm doing this, it is the outside. And when I'm doing this, it is the inside. And when I'm doing this, it is the last.
I
But
feel like it's kind of the same thing that we've been doing.
it is. It's like distributive property, right?
Yeah, it's exactly the
We're
same
doing
thing.
this times everything, then this times
That's what I
everything.
was thinking too.
So you will always have 4 pieces if it's a binomial times a binomial. All right? And then always look for common terms. Are we good? Okay, the other method now. And I think I will use the same one. So if I forget what it is, I'm going to show you the other method. It's called the box method. The box method. And depending on which one you like best, I don't care which one you use. You'll still get the right answer. Okay, our problem. Make sure I write it correctly, please. Is it +2?
Yes.
All right. Now this that we're going to do now is called the box method. And on your worksheets, it encourages you to use both methods so you find out which one you like the best. All right. So the box method, what you do, you're actually going to draw a box. And the box is going to be a 2 by 2. Okay. So I have this box. And I need 2 rows and 2 columns. You see? Because I have 2 here and 2 here. So a 2 by 2. Now, what you're going to do is put numbers on top and numbers out to the side. It does not matter which one of these goes on top and which one goes on the side. Okay? I'm going to just put this on top. It could just as well go here. So I'm going to put a 2x right here. And I want the sign with this number. So this is going to be a -1 here. 2x minus 1. So I'm going to put the other one down to the side. which will be a 3x, and let's put the sign here. There we go. This is how you set up the box method. We have both binomials here. And now the answer that goes in the box, you have to look up to the heading and to the side of the heading, and you're going to multiply those together. Yes, 3 times 2 is 6, and x squared. Y'all see? Then to find the answer for this box, you need to look to the side heading and the top heading. So I'm going to take 3x times a -1. We're multiplying all through here. So 3 times a -1 is -3, and I have an x. Y'all see? Okay. And to get the answer down here, I need to go to the side heading and the top heading. So 2 times 2 is 4. I think this is Irene coming in. So here times here is -3, and there's an x. Good morning.
Good morning.
And 2 times a -1 is a -2. Are you guys okay with this? Oh, I forgot the x. 2 times 2 and the x. So I left out the x here.
That's that problem, that something like that is in science.
Yes, yes, when you're talking about genes or dominant characteristics, yes.
That was the one I had.
Same
problem with.
idea.
That's why I decided to come to math first, because that. 'Cause that-
It's everywhere. Okay, now it's time to write the answer down. So I always start at the top left, okay? And you're still gonna look for common terms, okay? I start at the top left, there's no other squareds in here. So I'm going to write 6x squared. And usually, almost all the time, you have common terms on the slant. Okay, so always look on the slant and see if they're common terms. Okay, so you have 4x's minus 3x's. So I have a positive 1x. And then this is the only thing left over, so I have a -2. And this should be exactly the same answer we got a minute ago when we did the FOIL.
Yep,
Same thing?
yes.
So just seeing it once, which one do you like the best? You've only
The
seen it,
box.
you like the
Okay,
box?
the box.
Like the second one.
You like the first
No,
one?
No, the second one. The first
Oh, the one where I just do this?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yes,
one.
it just depends on who you are. So what we're going to do is several examples from your worksheet pages now. I don't want to leave you with just one example. It's Irene, right? Are you K22?
Are you okay?
I am okay. Today is so much better.
Yes, I know. I feel a little bit better, so.
Good. You sound
A
wonderful.
little bit late, yeah.
Yes, I got checked out and I don't have a concussion and nothing is broken, believe it or not. It looks like
Okay.
my nose is broken, but it's not.
Oh,
My hand is not broken.
did you fall down?
I'm good. Oh, yes. I
Oh,
tripped,
my Lord.
face planted a door.
Ay,
Big time. Big time.
oh, my Lord. Well, I'm glad you're okay.
Thank you. I am okay. My son-in-law came yesterday and he said, I'm sorry, Mom, but it's really hard to look at you.
Yeah.
So I apologize, but you guys need to know how to multiply binomials. Yes. Box?
Numbers of the 1x,
Yes.
that's invisible. Anything that's a 1x is always going to be invisible.
Yes.
So like if it was 2x, do we write the 2x?
Yes.
But if it's a 1, then it's just going to be invisible.
And that's the same way with the exponents. If it's just an x, there's an invisible 1, but we just don't write it.
So it would be 4 minus 3 equals
Yes.
1.
Yes.
Okay.
Getting it?
X. Yes.
Okay. We're going to do several, and what we're going to do is do them both ways. So depending on who likes one way or who likes the other, while we're working them here on the board, we're going to work them both ways. All righty. Let's look at page 5. And we have our very first one full of negatives. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, yay. Okay. This says multiply the binomials by the FOIL method. Now, when it says the FOIL method, Mary, that's the one that you and I like. Even though it says FOIL, you don't have to use the letters. Okay. All right. So let's try number 1. And we're going to do it both ways. But when you do this on your worksheet, it only has to be the FOIL method. Or you can do both. Okay. Practice, practice, practice. I was talking to my son this morning, and he's also a math teacher. He did about 10 years before he went to the oil field. And I was telling him that we're going to multiply binomials today. And I said, man, my students work so hard. And I said, but today they have about 4 or 5 pages of just multiplying binomials. And he said, I know, Mom, because the only way math students are going to get it is to do it over and over and over again. I said, I certainly agree with you. All right, I think I wrote this down correctly. Will you all check for me?
It is.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is the FOIL method. And so we start with this piece, and we're going to take it times both of these pieces. I'm going to circle them for you. It helps to see them because you need the sign with them. So we're going to take the first one, and Brandy, it has a negative, but this is an invisible 1, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I have a -1 times a -4. Negative times a negative is a +4. A to the what? 5th. Good job. And then I still have to take the front one times this piece. So I have a -1 times a -2, which gives me +2 a to the 3rd. A to the 3rd here, no A's here, so I've got a to the 3rd. Now I finished with this one because I took it times everything. So now it's time for me to take the -5 times everything. So -5 times -4, positive 20, a squared, because there's no a here, but there's an a squared here. And one more time, -5 times -2 plus 10. Now, if you look at this, we always have to check. I have to the 5th, to the 3rd, to the 2nd, and a constant. So I don't have any common terms. Do y'all see? So in this case, this is it. Everybody understand?
Yeah.
What
Okay.
is common terms?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Common terms, what was that?
Common terms mean that the letter and its exponent matches. So a to the 5th does not match a to the 3rd, even though they're a's. And here's an a to the 2nd. That can't be the same as these. And this doesn't have an a at all. It actually is an invisible a to the 0 power, okay? So none of them are alike, so you can't add them together. Are we good? Okay, now I told you we would do the box method for this also. So let's do this. I better just It's got a lot of writing on it. Let's do it again. So the box method, we have a 2 by 2. This time, I have a negative a cubed minus 5, negative 4a squared minus 2. And the way that I find the answer that goes here is I'm going to multiply the top heading and the side heading together. Now remember, there's a 1 here, a negative 1. So negative 1 times negative 4 is a positive 4. And then a to the what? A to the 5th, because I have same bases, so I add the exponents. Same basis, so I add the exponents. We're just doing the box method for the same one.
I can't hold it.
Okay. Okay, to find the answer that goes here, you can find any box at any time. Okay, what goes here, you look at the top heading and the side heading. Negative 5 times negative 4 is a positive 20. And you can do this if you want to make sure you get the signs right. Positive 20, a to the what?
Second.
Second, a to the second. Here we go. Negative 2 times a negative 1 is a positive 2a cubed. And negative 2 times negative 5, positive 10. And then you usually start here. So I have 4a to the 5th. Now I told you that most of the time common terms are going to be here, so you look at it, but in this case, not common terms. So you have to write them all separately. Plus 20a squared plus 2a cubed minus 10. Okay, is this in standard form?
No.
No, what happened?
The 2a, the third should be in front of the 20.
These need to switch places, right?
Yes.
You are correct. So you switch places because of the exponents. We need to go largest exponent, next largest exponent, next largest. Constants always go at the end.
Why is that a negative 10?
Oh,
It's a positive.
it is.
Oh, okay.
My box ended up right on there, didn't it? What a coincidence. It is a positive. Good job. It did look like a minus. What do you think here? It's going, you get the idea, right?
Yeah.
So it's just going to take practice. Let's do a couple more, okay? Okay, on page 6, it tells you practice the box method. It actually draws the boxes for you. Okay? The biggest deal is to remember the negatives, remember your signs. Okay? And then page 7, aha. Now, why is this not a 2 by 2? I'm on page 7.
Because we're multiplying trinomials with the binomials.
You are awesome. That is exactly, we've got to have room for everything. Okay, and it's treated exactly the same as our binomials. It just means you're going to have to put the trinomial across the top because there's 3 spaces. Okay, and then the binomial will go down the side because there's only 2 places. Okay, And then let's move on. Irene, did you get these in your email?
Yes, but how do you get the paper? Or you just do it on the email?
People print them out. Do you have a printer?
No.
Okay, is there any way that you or someone can come by and I can leave it for you at the front desk?
Okay, I can swing by before 12.
Okay, we can do that. I can make sure you have one downstairs.
Okay,
Um,
yeah, 'cause I don't have a printer. That's why I was like, well, how do I work on it? But I've been seeing your video.
even if you want to text me, I bet somebody will bring them down the stairs for you.
I was gonna say, where does she live? Like, if you can print out all the worksheets for the week,
Mhm.
I can just take it to her one day and she'll have everything for the week.
Okay, Brandy is offering to bring it to you, but she'll need to know where you live.
Okay,
Are you in Wolford or is that your mom? Irene?
me? No, I'm here in Lubbock.
Okay. Okay, why don't you text me your address and then we'll go back and forth here and I'll let Brandy know and we'll see what we can do. Would that work?
Okay,
So wait until we tell you something after this video's over and we'll make arrangements for you to get printed out copies, okay?
Oh, okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
You're most welcome. Let's look at page 8. I'm kind of interested in somebody coming up and working this. Mary?
Uh-oh. Go, Mary.
Oh, I've got a bunch of scaredy cats. Brandy?
Will you work it with me?
Yes, I will. Okay. We're going to do number 1 and Brandy has volunteered under pressure. Under pressure for sure. No, I'll be right here. Have you seen E.T.?
ET phone.
I'll be right here. All righty, girl. Well, then you some room. You choose which method you want.
This is the same thing that we
It's even
had at the
easier.
beginning.
It's even easier because it doesn't have a bunch of negatives, just kind of some. So we're doing page 8, this one. Okay, yeah. Okay, probably need to write the problem first. If that's too small, let me get you another piece. They get kind of small. There we are. How about this?
Multiplying. Can I put that there or do I not?
As long as it's a multiply, you can. Yes. Very nice. Okay.
Now we're gonna.
Whichever method you
I
want.
don't want to do this.
No, I'm right here, I
I don't want
promise.
to do this.
You really, really don't want to?
Okay, so this is the invisible one, right?
Not there,
Not there.
because it's a -9.
Okay, so we're
I
gonna
don't
do.
think there's any.
We're gonna do this, right?
Yes,
Okay.
and these are invisible ones right here.
Yeah.
and here. But all
And
of
that's
these,
this one. Okay, so
don't,
9
here,
times.
let me get a, that is,
Here you go.
This is fine.
54. It's 54.
negative.
Negative 54. So it's negative 54. And then it's e to the second.
You're doing great.
And then, so that's going to be, and then we're going to, now we're going to do this one, right?
Still do the 9.
Still
Yes,
this one.
good.
Okay. And then this one, which is going to be a positive 27 P.
You're awesome. What are you worried about? You're doing a
And then-
wonderful job.
Now we're gonna do
Yes,
this
you're doing a
here,
good job.
and that's gonna be 54. No, sorry, 66. That's gonna be a negative 66.
Because you're here. Positive.
Positive
And positive.
and positive.
So
So
positive.
positive
66.
66. And then we're
Get your
gonna
P.
P to the first.
Uh-huh. There you go. There
And
you
then
go.
that is 33, which is gonna be a negative
Yes.
33.
Awesome.
That's it.
Common terms now.
Okay, so common terms, which will be simplifying. Oh, no. Nothing's common in here. So we're done.
The P to the first.
Page. Oh, yeah. Okay, so does it matter which one goes first?
92.
Oh, we're adding these two
Uh-huh.
together.
Mm-hmm.
So we're adding or adding? Just
Adding.
adding. So it'd be a positive 90,
3
93
P's.
P.
There you go.
Do I have to add these two or it's
No.
already done?
Sorry then.
And then this is gonna go in front,
Yes.
so negative 54 P to the second,
I don't know what you were worried about.
and then minus 33. And that's the answer.
Yay, you guys.
You did pretty good.
Totally awesome. That's wonderful. Okay.
So the P, we don't add the P?
No, when you're adding, you're just adding the name.
Oh.
I'm adding just P firsts and adding them together. When it's multiply, then you add the exponents, okay? Oh, it's good work. And pretty. What do y'all think?
You did really good.
You did a good job.
Somebody's cheering for you. Who was that? Was it Irene?
Yes, ma'am.
It looks like the rest of them. Oh, the very last page, page 10, do not, 10 and 11. 10 and 11 have to do with dividing monomials. Dividing. Don't do those until tomorrow. Okay, so you're going to do all the way now through page 9, and it's all of it is multiplying binomials, and then that one page even has some trinomials in it. Okay. What do y'all think? I think it's time for you to get the ground running and struggle a little bit, ask questions. Remember, I tell you, if you struggle, that's when you learn the best. Okay? And I'll be right here. Okay? What do y'all think? Josh, are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, and Irene, I'm gonna text you, text me your address so we can talk to Brandy. And,
I was gonna say, I can go up there before I go to work.
okay, so that's about 12, you think?
Yeah, about
Okay.
12. Yeah, about 12.
If there are still students here, they said they would gladly bring it down to you in the parking lot.
Okay, that'd be
Okay.
great. That way I could just grab it and go to work.
Let's plan that for today.
Okay,
Okay, now everybody kind of leaves around noon, so you might
so
want
make
to
it
come.
before 12. Okay,
Little-
I'll make
yes.
it before 12.
All right, that sounds great. That sounds
All right.
great. So text me or text Mary, one of us will catch it, okay?
Okay, I will. I'll
Okay.
see you then.
That
You be
sounds good.
careful, okay?
I promise. I
I'll
promise.
try to survive too, so I'm going on the thread right now, but I'm okay.
You're what right
Right.
now?
You be careful though.
Okay, I
You be
promise.
careful when you go downstairs or something. I'm scared of those stairs myself.
Oh, I will be very careful.
Yeah, I'll
Josh?
see you soon.
Okay, love you bunches.
Love you too.
Talk to you later. Josh, how you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, and you're able to print yours off?
Yes.
Okay, so you're all good right now.
Yes.
Okay, work all the way through there, but don't do the divides. That's page 9 and 10. Don't do those. Or 10
Okay.
and 11. I'm sorry, 10 and 11.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, if you want to stay on, you're welcome to do that, or you can go practice, text me questions, whatever you wish.
Okay, I'm probably going to get off and go practice. So,
Okay.
and I got to take my medication and it makes me real sleepy. So,
Okay. Okay. Well, you take care. I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. I'll see you
oh, yeah.
tomorrow soon, okay?
Oh, yeah. And I hope you get a lot better.
I'm way better. This happened last Tuesday, so
Oh,
I've been getting steadily better.
Mm.
Someday, it's starting to turn yellow now, which is, I mean, the purple was sad, but at least it's prettier than all the yellow. Anyhow, okay, well then I will see you tomorrow on Zoom.
all righty.
Okay, love you.
Love you.
Bye-bye.